Hi everyone, welcome to my coding channel Coding Learner. So today we discuss about the count sort. So count sort is basically used to sort the array in which a particular elements come multiple times in the array. So we have created a function count sort and it takes the two arguments. First is the array which we need to make it sorted and the number of the element present in our array. So first we initialize a variable k which is initialized by the first element of a array. So basically we create a for loop which runs from 0 to the n, the last index of a array. We takes the maximum number which is present in our array and then we create a array which contains the 10 spaces with 0. So all these places is initialized by 0 in the count array and then we create a one more array. First we takes the amendment in our count array. What we are doing, we count the in our array how much time the element are present in our array. So if the 0 is come at 2 times, so at the 0th index of our count array store 2. So this is our actual array and this is our count array. It says that a zero element comes 0 times, the one element comes 2 times. So according to the indexes, it saves accordingly. So I created a count array, cout array mode, which is having n size, and then we are creating a for loop which works with the count array. So what we are doing, we just save the n my index the ith index. So simply 0 to 0, 0 to 2, 0 plus 2 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, and so on till the last index of an array. So this is how this is the particular function where we make the amendment. So when we are at the end of our count array, we find that we know the elements are present in the array and then just so now we are at this position. This is the backward loop which started from the nth index of our main array, which goes till the 0th index of an array. So basically, what is happening over here, I take it here so that you can easily identify and understand what is going on. So there is a array index. Let's take I is at the last element of our array. So it's 3. And we find that a count array 3 index. So this is the count array and this is our main array. We find that the third index is over here. We decremented the element of our count array at third index by 1, so it's 5 now. Simply place the work is done and we find that the element over here is 5. So the output 5 index will be the array I element. So this is how we save the element in our output array, and at last we just simply assign the array to the output array. So we find that our array elements are in the ascending order. So this is what is happening over here for loop. It is this typical loop in our count sort. That's why we take an example so that you can easily understood. So that's it about the explanation. Let's move forward for the implementation. So now we implement our count sort. I created a function of count sort and it takes the array and the number of the element present in the array. So let's move. I already created an array in arrant main and just call the count sort. So let's start. First I initialize the k variable which takes the array 0, and there is a for loop which started from the 0 till I smaller than n, and each time the I will be incremented. So we takes the maximum element in our k by comparing the value of k and the array I element. After finding the value of k, I created a count array. I initialized the size of count array is 10 and all the places contains 0 initially for the count, and I created a for loop which started from the int I is equals to 0 till I is smaller than k n, or incremented each time. So in the count sort, the arith I index will be incremented. If the 0 will appears at the particular index of an array, it means that the 0th index of a count will be incremented. It means that if the element of a particular array will be 0, so then the 0th index will be incremented in the count array. So let's move. And now we create a loop which is started from the 1 and it goes till I is equals to smaller than n, and each time the I will be incremented. So what we are doing, we add the value in the count sort by the previous value. Just see out count I minus 1. After the summing up the elements in the count sort, we are creating the int type output array, and there is a for loop which is initially started from the last element of an array, and the I is greater than equals to 0, and each time the I will be decremented. So what we are doing, we place the value at the output array, we just simply decrement our count array ith value by 1, and then just place it over that index after we decremented a particular index value in the count array. So that's it. Now we assign the value of a count output array in the array 6, and each time I will be implementing self statement. I just do the k smaller than equals to, because we know that the maximum element of our array is 6, then we just need to count the elements till the 6th index. So that's why I take smaller than equals to k, and then we just place the value of count ith index to the array the index, and we just simply create a for loop which initialize with 0 and the I is smaller than n, and each time the I will be incremented, and we just simply see out statement for displaying the elements in the array. So that's it about the count sort. Let's run.
Hello. Please pick up line.
So that's it. Count array is now in the ascending order.